We got Hot Sauce back here on the program. Scott Holtzman, who's going to be taking on Nik Lentz at UFC on ESPN 1 on February 17th. Scott, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's good to be back on. Good to see you and talk to you as usual.
Yes, it's good to catch up with you as well. Of course, I was at your last fight. That was a huge win over Alan Patrick. And I got to ask, I'm sure you took some time off. How was the holidays and everything else since the last time we spoke?
Holidays are good, man. I got to spend some good quality time with the baby. Got my hands healed up, and chomping at the bit to get back at it, man. So, ready to go.
One thing I didn't ask you about that fight is you got to finish, and obviously that's always the goal when you go into the cage, but you hadn't had a stoppage win, I think, since about August 2015. Like, how much confidence does that give you heading into this fight, knowing that you still got it? You can still finish guys.
Yeah, it's a good confidence boost, man. I know I hit hard. I know I'm talented. All that. So, it's hard to finish guys in the UFC, but it gives me some confidence. But I'm not out there thinking, that I'm a one-punch knockout guy now or anything like that. And Lentz has a big melon head, and he's been around forever, and he hadn't really been knocked out. So, I'm not going in there thinking that I'm going to knock him out in one punch or anything like that. I think that's the wrong mentality with him. He'll kind of take a beating and keep coming forward and doing all that. So I'm just going to take my time and pick my shots and kind of do it the same way, break them down slowly.
And you guys both won on UFC 229. Was this a matchup that had crossed your mind after you guys both fought, just thinking, hey, we both got pretty big wins?
Yeah, I just needed a guy. I wanted a top 20 guy, top 15. Nobody was really available, so I had to look at who was next. Who are those Gatekeeper guys? And he's been up there in the top and in the other weight division. So I think it kind of made sense timing wise. Not a lot of guys were available. Had to get a hold of one of the gatekeepers. So, he's trying to climb up. I'm sure he wants to move up the ranks too. I'm in the same boat. So, the fight kind of made sense. So here we are.
And your team is coming off a roll right now. Henry Corrales getting that huge win last weekend. How much of a boost was that to the camp? Just, getting a big win in the co-main event on the Bellator card last weekend.
That was a big boost, man. Everybody loves Henry. We all love him. I think everybody who meets him loves him. So we were so happy for the win, because me too. Training with him and just working out with him every day. You saw how hard he worked. He deserved to win. He deserved that. He's not one of those guys who kind of shows up and trains half-ass. He's in there every day grinding, man. So he deserved that win, and it couldn't have happened to a better guy. And our team, I don't know, man. I think it was a huge boost. We were all excited for him and happy. So he hadn't been back yet. I think he's back in Arizona now, so hopefully we'll see him today. I'm gonna give him a big kiss on the lips though when I see him. Sure.
Okay, that's a nice welcoming present back to the gym. Who have been some of your main training partners for this camp?
Let's see. I've used Benson Henderson. I always use him quite a bit. I had the Korean Zombie in on some rounds yesterday. Bobby Moffitt, he's a UFC 45er.
Yeah, fighting Bryce Mitchell coming up here, the tough
yeah,
guy.
Yeah, he's got a good fight. He's doing real well. He's a super grappler, good wrestler. Dan Moret, he's got a UFC fight coming up. He's always helped me some. Tiquinho Mendez has helped me some. He's a super grappler. David Mashad, Tim Welch. We got just a ton of guys. I've trained a little bit with Henry. We did some strength and conditioning and stuff back before his fight. So James Nakashima was in this morning, did conditioning with us. He's got a big fight coming up. So there's a whole list of guys.
Yeah, you get a variety, which is nice at the lab, and guys in your weight class too, which is good. So it's not like it's just different weight classes there. But I know you'll train with anyone. How about the weight cut? Has that process started already ahead of this fight?
Yeah, I'm a big guy, so for lightweight. So, but it doesn't take me long. I'm kind of skinny guy and I sweat a lot, so I get super lean and it doesn't take too long. So really, the hardest part for me in training camp is keeping weight on. Sometimes I get a little too lean too early, so I've learned over time how to kind of trust the process and not too skinny too early. So I'll still have calories to burn and fat to burn for training camp. So I'm sitting in a good spot. I got about 3 to 4 pounds to lose before heading into fight week, and that's no problem really. Just cut out a little barbecue sauce here and there, and I'll be ready.
There you go. Who's going to be in your corner for this fight? I imagine John Crouch and Benson Henderson.
Same guys I've always had. John Crouch will be in there, and Jeff Jimmo from Jimmo back in North Carolina. Brian Barberina has been training there too.
That's right. Yeah, I just spoke to him. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's been my long time, one of my coaches, and then my coach from Tennessee, Ben Harrison from Shield Systems, he'll be in my corner too. So, I'll have a good years and years of knowledge in there, and guys I trust, and guys who know me really well. So, same process.
I guess the ideal situation would be go out there, get a quick finish, and then try and get on the Nashville card. But how do you see this fight playing out on the 17th?
I'm not going to be in a rush to get a finish. He's kind of he's a slow twitch grinder. He kind of hopes that he can hang on you until the later parts of the fight. If he can't get a guillotine or something like that. So I'm not going to be in a hurry with it. I'm going to take my time and, and pick my shots. I'm not in a big rush. He's a veteran. He's been around, so he's not intimidated. He's not scared of a fight. He's not any of that. So, so I'll just go out and pick my shots, and we'll grapple some, and we'll punch each other some, and I'm gonna be in there scrapping for 15 minutes if we have to. So it'll be like two cats in a bag, I'm pretty sure.
What's next for you after this fight? You've kind of said it a bit in this interview that you feel like Lentz is a gatekeeper. Do you feel like that would get you sort of in that upper echelon of the lightweight division with the win here, especially a stoppage?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's any question in that. I think I'm in line for a top 15 guy for sure. I think Lentz has proven himself. He's up there. It's it's a good win, and where I'm at, we're both on the fringe. So I think so. And yeah, I'm gonna beat his ass and turn around for that Nashville card.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, that would. It seems to be, the card for you. Not too much local talent. They haven't really announced much of the card yet, but they got to get some local talent in there for sure. Before I let you go, you didn't think we get out of this without talking some video games, because I know you have a classic system now. How's that going? What are you playing? What's the latest with that?
Man, it's great. I'm not as smart on it as you. That's why I text you and ask you those questions how to play it. I still hadn't figured out how to play the N64 games quite yet. I've tried to mess around with the controller, but I've mostly played the Super Nintendo games. We played Mario Kart and some other stuff. I've been beating up on my wife a little bit in the Mario Kart. So I probably played King Griffey Baseball the most, man. I've been enjoying that.
Yeah, it is a good game. Some of these games, I forget how tough they were like as a kid, and I don't know how I had the patience to play them. Not Ken Griffey per se, but if you play some of the the Ninja Turtles game on the Nintendo, things like that, it's very difficult.
We've been playing Super Mario on Nintendo too, because my wife and I can both play that. So
it's good. Those games are great because you can just pick up and play them. It's not like there's much instruction, right?
Yeah. It's been great, man. I appreciate you doing that for me. That's been fun.
No problem. When I knew, because we didn't get to do a video game interview. I even did one with Henry. I don't know if you saw it. We were playing Mortal Kombat. So we got to do that at some point. Next card I go to cover that you happen to be on, we'll definitely get a game in. Because I hear a big game from Ken Griffey Jr. We should test it out and see who's really the best, right? So
yeah, we should, man. Let's do that next time.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can line up the cards there. Because Eric Anders, the middleweight, he played some NFL Blitz with me, and I thought it was going to get creamed, and I ended up coming back and beating him. So it's not always what you think. Even an NCAA champion like himself couldn't beat me in NFL Blitz. There you go.
Yeah,
that's good, man. Well,
game too.
Yeah. No, for sure. Well, we're looking forward to this card. It's coming up here February 17th. It is UFC on ESPN 1. Scott, appreciate the time as always, man. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you have any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours.
Yeah, Hot Sauce Holtzy on social media, and I know you're a big Turp House guy. I've recently signed a little agreement with Turp House, so
Nice.
appreciate Brandon over there taking good care of me. And hey, thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you out here soon at the next event.